Morning, everybody. We're here for our CTV update for Wednesday, June 19th. Looking at all the events from here on forward to, we're covering a lot of events today. Got to talk about the heat. I was out yesterday. I can tell you I have that big brim hat. I have the cooling towel around my neck. I can't tell you how important that is. The fact that we have water every 3 holes, that's also important. It's ice cold water. You can wet them down and drink a lot of water. And guys, have you got any other tips to deal with this hot weather?
Yeah, no, John, I mean, certainly when you're coming to play golf today or the next few days, bring your water bottles. We sell them in the golf shop. We have sunscreen in the golf shop. You mentioned the wide brim hat. Those are our, they're called the Titleist Aussie hats. They're so good. They keep all the sun off your ears, your nose, your neck. What I do, kind of what you were saying with the water, with the cooler towels that we do sell in the shop, you just dunk them in water, you keep them around your neck. It's so refreshing. And every few holes, just from the water bottle, this ice cold water bottles, just refresh it. Try and keep yourself cool as possible.
Okay.
Yeah, great tips from the golf shop apparel. In addition to water, I mean, Joel's got some extra coolers on the course, which is nice. And you're gonna have your favorite transfusion or moose head perhaps, but in addition, maybe think about purchasing a Gatorade, something with electrolytes. It's important to get nourished on days when it's this warm. Eating banana, purchasing a granola bar or some snacks from the halfway, just to keep that energy up and to make sure you shoot some good scores in the back nine as well.
Tyler, we had a U.S. Open this weekend, and more importantly, we had a U.S. Open pool. Maybe you can enlighten us as to who the big winner was.
The U.S. Open, I mean, that was an amazing back and forth Sunday charge by all the competitors. But we did run our 3rd major pool of the season. I can't believe I've already been through 3 majors this year, only 1 left. We had a great first-time winner. So with the amount of people in the pool, we paid out the top 3. And first place, Stephen Jewer. Stephen, congratulations on your picks. Second place, we have Damien Bloy, who came in strong second, followed by another new member, Brian Darling. Brian, congratulations. You finished 3rd place. Your credits will be on your account later this week. Congratulations on some amazing picks.
Great event, Punch Bowl Greens, Donald Ross. It's quite the tournament. And Bryson, I mean, I'll admit he's not my number one. He's winning some fans. It's incredible, John. He's not on the Olympic team. Did you see that?
No, I didn't see that. I didn't. It's amazing. They have to make it's so tough for golf to pick a team. Like any one of these guys could be on it. I could randomly pick guys and they'd be good enough. So it's just tough. It's just who's playing well and who's got confidence. And good for him. Good for. I'm happy for Bryson. He works hard at his game. He looks at the game a different way than the other pros. He's very scientific in his approach, and it's an interesting. I love reading what he's doing next. Not that I can do it, but reading about it. Hey, we had some intersectional qualifiers this weekend, and important for in the men's division for the top qualifier, and of course the women's and the juniors.
That's right. So last Saturday we hosted round 1 of 3 of the intersectional qualifiers. So we had our men's team, our women's team, and our junior team all out there competing for a spot on those teams. Low man was Jared Coyle, 37 points, which is 1 under par. Low lady was Sanvi, who is our junior golfer, but she also is competing for the ladies team. She had an amazing 30 points.
Wow.
And then low junior for the junior side was Josh Marcotte with 36 points as well.
36 points. What's he doing in the juniors? We have some other news regarding one of our members who did an incredible job this weekend.
He did. Right after the good round at the intersectionals, Jared Coyle and Aiden was down as well at U.S. Amateur Qualifier. So the USGA continues to offer, 1 or 2 sites for U.S. Open, U.S. Am qualifiers in Canada, which is really nice to see. And the Coyle brothers were down in Toronto at Weston. It was fun for me on a personal note. I previously worked at Weston. It was my first job, cutting fairways, changing holes, helping on the turf team. So I was able to give them a few tips. They didn't have a chance to go down for a practice round. Aiden didn't have his best stuff, but Jared claimed the last spot. He won a 3-for-1 playoff to get the very last qualifying spot. So now Jared is through to the final stage of qualifying, which will be in July, likely in New York, site to be determined, and that'll be the final qualifying to potentially get right into the U.S. Amateur, which is held at Hazeltine in Chaska, Minnesota.
Oh, wow.
Great job, Jared. Congrats.
Congratulations, Jared. That's wonderful. What a weekend for you, Jared. You qualified for the next round, and you're leading the Intersectional Qualifiers, which means you're leading for the mid-amateur here in Canada, which is another big feather in your cap. But a lot of time left. There's two more rounds to go, and you count your best 2 out of 3. Gentlemen, we have to talk about last Monday. You two were representing our club, well represented. And look, I'm going to give it to you to give us a recap of what happened on the Pro Monday.
Well, we looked the part, John. We had matching shirts on, so we got that part right. We got the first 9 holes. Better ball was okay. We were under par for that 9, and then they changed the format on us.
Oh no!
And as soon as it got to alternate shot, it got a little interesting, as it often does. Great to represent the club. It's the only team event for the year, which is it's always an honor to play in that, and a nice day at the Meadows. They did a great job there executing the event as well.
It was actually 27 holes. So it was a big event. So
okay.
It wasn't just 18. So it was 20.
In that heat.
In that heat. And the breeze was up. But we had so much fun. And thanks to the host, Dave McDonald, who's the head pro at the Meadows, and the PGA of Ottawa for putting on the event. But it was great. We were under par the front 9 and the final 9. It was just the middle 9 that just ate us up.
That alternate shot. I hate it too. So, and good for Dave for being the head pro there. He was a former assistant here, so that was wonderful for him. Nominating committee. Maybe you can talk about that.
Yes, that time of year where we're looking for a few new board members, and one of the key steps in the process, the nominating committee, is formed this time of year, and they put together a slate of directors. As Tracy has previously spoken to, there's a few spots that will be available this fall. Definitely more than 2. It could be up to about approximately 4 board members, seats that will be filled this fall. So Jeff Hall, thanks to Jeff, past board member, previous vice president. He's leading the nominating committee, and the best way to express your interest, if you're an initiated member, please reach out to Jeff, and you can send him an email.
Yeah, look, I'm going to mention, I've been here a long time. The nominating committee nominates the people who are going to be on our board. Board is very, very important to how this club is run. So it's a very important committee. Please consider if you being on that committee, especially if you've had experience with personnel and stuff like that. It really does help us. We have so much expertise at this club, so that's great. I mean, if you're in a position to hire people a lot, you know what to look for to be a good board member. So give yourself if you have that expertise, please consider being on that committee. So over the weekend, I'm watching Rory down the line, missing 2 crucial putts, under pressure from 3 feet away. If he had only watched Cameron's video, I'm thinking if he had watched this video that we're going to see right now, how to sink those pressure putts, I think he would have been the U.S. Open champion. Let's watch the video now. Cam, we've done a couple of these putting drills. So this is the 3rd one. Look, I'm on the course. I've got a 4-footer for a birdie or a par. I got to make it. I'm sweating over this thing. How do I simulate that on the putting green so that I can deal with the different pressures that you feel? Because
your hands start shaking a bit more, don't they?
And I'm worried about result and not worried about what I should be doing, during the stroke of the putt. So what's a good drill for us to do to deal with the pressure of those 4-footers on the course?
Absolutely. So first of all, I mean, pressure is normal, right? We want to get engaged, and you're going to feel different whether it's a match, men's league, women's league, or perhaps you're shooting a personal best score. But there are things we can do out on the putting green. Rather than just rolling putts and getting comfortable and getting loose, we can actually simulate pressure. And we can do that by setting up a drill based on skill level. Today we've got about a 4-footer set up. And for our beginners, I'd like to see our beginners try to make 4 in a row before they move on to their next drill, or perhaps so they go back to the patio to have a drink. For our mid handicappers, we can aim to make 8. And for our better players, 12. And the real purpose and the real task in the drill is if you do miss one, you have to go back to the start and start your set of 4, 8, or 12 again.
Okay, well, let's just take a look at this drill. So I see you have, for the beginner, you have 4 tees, 4 feet apart, 4 feet from the hole, from different sides of the hole. And that's to simulate different breaks, perhaps, because each one of them might have a slightly different break and or slightly different speed.
Definitely, right? So this is what we get into with random practice. We want to create different putts. We don't want to hit the same putt 4, 8, or 12 times in a row. We want to go around the hole. And you can actually go through your routine. So we recommend a lot walking in, reading the putt. I've already done that, and step into the putt, go through my full routine. Personally, I don't take a practice swing, so I won't take one with this drill. Oh, we missed one. So if we miss one, we have to go back to the start. That's part of the pressure. And then go through your routine again. So with this drill, as we go around, I mean, you're going to start making them, and you're really going to feel the pressure on your last 1, 2, or 3 putts. That's what we want to simulate, so that when you're successful, you'll be able to bring that success onto the course when you're setting your new personal best or winning your next match.
That sounds good. So we saw the importance of that drill. I mean, that drill is really important. Putting yourself under pressure on the putting green. I try and do that. I try and spending more time on the putting green. It's such a critical area. So maybe you can talk about that drill and why it's important.
Yeah, so it's the name of the game, right? You have to make those short putts. We saw it on the weekend, and if you can find a way, as we talked about in the video, to ensure that you're under pressure and not just out there, aimlessly at times rolling putts. At the very end, whether it's a set of 4 or 8, make sure you make all of them before you move on. You don't want to be late for your tee time, but it's a great practice strategy. And, if you're putting at 2 holes, make sure you make 4 or 8, depending on your skill level ability, before you wrap up and finish your session, or before you go to the next stage of your practice session. You'll feel totally different. You'll feel that pressure similar to when you're playing around, you're in your match, and you have to make a short putt.
The problem with me making 4 or 8 is I'd have to get here about 6 hours before my tee time because I would never make it. I always get 3 and miss the last one. But that's why it's important to keep doing it. And it does improve things. Mm-hmm. I'm trying to spend more time on the putting green because it is such an important area. And our greens right now are beautiful. They're rolling so nice. Yeah. It's a good time to do it. We had a wonderful Father's Day specials in the pro shop, so I go to Tyler and I suggest a couple of things. But Tyler, he always one-ups me. He came through big time. Tell us what's going on in the pro shop these days.
Thanks, John. First, a quick little shout out and thank you to all the members who supported the golf shop throughout the Father's Day promotion. We ran a week-long promotion with many sales and unique opportunities to buy stuff for your dad. Went really well. Even on Father's Day itself, we had a ton of traffic through the shop. Now, the day after, Monday the 17th, we started what's coming up next, Canada Day. We just got in a unbelievable, beautiful men's and ladies collection from FootJoy, specific for Canada Day. So those are on display now in the golf shop. We also have some unique again, Canada Day, just in general, a lot of reds and whites. So if you are looking to get a new wardrobe update, come see us in the golf shop. Yeah, we got lots going on.
Okay, that's great. A few weeks back, I did a series with Nolan Reynolds on the local rules. There's one more left to cover, and that is relief from the tree stumps. Let's watch that now, how you take relief from tree stumps. Okay, there's again, one of those rules, Noel, we've had so many different captains institute different rules, and one was on tree stumps, because we did a lot of tree cutting the last few years. We had a lot of the ash borer, we had a lot of ash trees, and they all got cut down. There were stumps all over the place. We're here at a stump on the first hole, and you do get free relief. Just maybe you can take us through that. My ball landed up against this tree root. What's my relief?
So if your ball is sitting right against the tree root right now, you have your options are, first you want to take relief from the stump from your swing and your stance, and from there you will take one club length, no closer to the hole, and that's when you will take your drop.
Right. Okay, another interesting rule that I wasn't aware of, and just until I read it here, on number 2 especially, there are tree roots in the middle of the fairway, like you are a part on the fairway, and sometimes your ball lands on those. Do I have any options for that?
Yeah, so very similar to the stump rule. The only difference is with roots in the fairway, it's if there's any roots in the rough, you don't get relief from that. So we're only taking relief from tree roots that are in our own fairway, and basically we're going to go through the same process. We'll take our stance first, and swing, and make sure the ball is not touching the stump. We'll take our one club length from there, and again, no closer to the hole, and that's when we can take our drop.
Oh, that's great. No, I think we've covered most of the rules. I think the sprinkler head rule is the line of play relief from sprinkler heads within 2 club lengths of the green. So I think that's pretty well self-explanatory. And the other thing you should know is that the person who sets the rule for the day for any special environmental rules like lift clean in place or things that have to do with the environment, maybe they're doing some work on the course, that's done by the either the head superintendent or the golf pro. Is that correct?
That is correct.
Okay. Used to be the league coordinators that would make that rule, but not anymore now. It's done, and it usually will be posted somewhere on the course, or the starter will tell you. Okay. Noel, thank you very much for taking us through these new local rules this year. They're now codified and they're ready to go. And so people, if you have any questions about them, you can go see Nolan or any of the pros actually, and they'll be able to help you through decipher them. They should be on the scorecard as well, on our new batch of scorecards. So that's great. And thank you very much.
Thanks a lot, John.
All right. Thank you very much, Noel, and we'll be seeing more of Nolan in our instructional series later on. I'm trying to put together a program for him to give us some shots that we have trouble with, and I'll put Nolan through his paces on the course, just like I did with Fergus, and we're going to see more of Fergus later on as well as these two guys. Kitchen specials.
So we have some more great options for this week. Running right into the weekend, we have a palm berry salad, roasted chickpea, pomegranate, some feta, mixed greens, and a dill vinaigrette. Of course, you can add a protein to the salad if you wish. Cajun chicken spaghetti with cream sauce, some nice tomatoes and onions, and served with garlic bread. And then we have a curry battered haddock.
Wow.
So that's a nice lineup right through into the weekend. I've heard a little rumor there's going to be a special smash burger tonight.
Oh.
Right, some additions to the classic top-selling smash burger, and then tomorrow a stuffed pork tomahawk is on the menu for honeypot on Thursday night.
Wow, yeah, wow. They get some good stuff, those honey potters. I'll tell you. If you haven't filled out your survey for the food and beverage survey, remember to fill it out, and remember option number 6, what to put down. Okay, just a little reminder.
I noticed it's anonymous, but I wasn't sure who recommended chili nachos. It's anonymous. There was no name, but
Yeah, I don't know who might have done that, but more of you could help me out. June 25th, we have a demo day, Cobra demo day.
Cobra's back. It's our last demo day of the month. So Cobra will be here from 10 till 3 on Tuesday, June 25th. I believe there's still 1 or 2 spots available for sign up. So if you're interested in getting fit for some new clubs, maybe Cobra in particular, you can definitely sign up. We are running towards the end of our fitting series, so there will be a little bit of a gap until our next series begin, which will be kind of mid to late July.
You know, last time Cobra was here, Curtis Dancy was here, and I had a long chat with him. And he says, John, have you seen this club? I said, I've heard about it. It is a 3D printed club. And like, they're expensive and they're very rare. They're hard to get a hold of. He says, why don't you hit something? I'm going, oh my God. It's like me? Hit this club. I'm worried about breaking the darn thing, you know. So anyway, I hit a few. And it was really nice of him to let me try it out. But it's a new process they're working on. And it's supposed to be absolutely pure inside. There's supposed to be very little flaws in it. So it'll be interesting to see what Cobra comes out in this 3D technology that they're promoting right now. But it was fun to try it, I'll tell you.
Yeah.
June 28th, Friday, a week from this Friday, we have live music here.
Yeah, it's a great outdoor event. Sean and Chelsea have put together a great Tapas style menu, so there's lots of options, lots of shareable items that will be served that night. You can book your reservations by emailing Chelsea. So they're in the evening on Friday from 5:30 onwards. You can select the time that fits your group, invite guests, of course, and we have the K-Saros Collective, the jazz band we've had a few times over the last few years. They're fantastic. They're playing at Jazz Fest on the Tuesday prior to our event on Spark Street, and then they're going to be here at the club playing some nice background music while you're dining.
Oh, that's great, and we'll be here. All right, a lot of Tyler stuff here to finish off here. June 29th, junior clinics.
June 29th, yeah, we're resuming our junior clinics, which is a great opportunity for all our juniors. They're complimentary, so any junior of the club is welcome to come. They're from 12 till 1 p.m., right before the junior block of tea times on the golf course. So myself, Nolan, Fergus, we run these clinics for all the juniors, so best to take full advantage if you can.
Yeah, and parents, you've only got a week and 2 days before the kids are gone for the summer, so this is one of the things you can get them to do. Get them to play a lot of golf. I know when my kids were young, it was so nice. I was able to drop them off at the golf course, and they could play, and I knew they were safe, and I could pick them up later on. So hey, great summer activity for the kids as well. So they really learn a lot at these clinics, and they adapt so much faster than we do to instruction. It's incredible how quick they pick things up. They just they don't overthink things. They just do it. It's wonderful for them. June 30th, Learn to Love It clinics continue.
June 29th and June 30th, both Saturday and Sunday. It's our second wave of our Learn to Love It clinics. Our first ones were a few weeks back. They went great. So this week we are going to be talking about some new topics, but there's one session on the 29th at 9 a.m. and then on the 30th there's a 9 a.m. session and a 10 a.m. session. So for all the Learn to Love It members out there, whether you're in year 1 or year 2, sign up is online. We'd love to see you out there. We can take a maximum of, I think it's 15 per session. But yeah, sign up. It's going to be great. It's going to be a great weekend.
And of course, on Canada Day, July 1st, we have our famous flag game.
One of my favorite days of the year. We are going to be hosting our flag game, which is a sign up on the first tee. You don't have to pre-register. You just book your own regular times for that day. It's $15 per person, and it's par plus your handicap. And what that means is, depending on what your handicap is, plus par, so say your handicap's 10, plus 72, so 82 shots. Wherever your 82nd shot ends up, we're going to give you a flag. You post it in the ground, and whoever goes the furthest will have a chance to win some great prizes. Wow. Also, on Canada Day, just a reminder, show your support for Canada. Wear your reds and whites. I know, John, you have a few red pants, or I'm sure you'll be busting out. And
I don't know about the red pants, but I got red shirts.
Red shirts. I'll be wearing the red pants. You'll be wearing the red shirt. I don't know what Cameron may be wearing red pants and shirts, but we're going to have a lot of fun on Canada Day, so come on out. It's treated just like a holiday, so there will be a ballots and a lottery for that day.
Great. Got anything red to wear?
Oh, the red shirt's ready, and we'll also be wearing red. Well, I will, as part of the Senior Ryder Cup final match on Friday.
Okay.
So there's another little sneak peek where we'll go out there and try to find a golf swing again.
Yeah, I forgot about the Senior Ryder Cup there. That's gone well again this year. Okay, July always means member guest, and let's talk about July 12th and then July 19th.
My goodness. We just, we're so excited. So the member guests are one of our feature events of the year for both the men and for the women. They are coming along amazingly. Sign up is actually higher than it has been in the last few years at this point in time. So there is caps on how much the event can hold. I think the men are already close to about 60 participants. The women are very similar in the similar boat. So if you haven't checked online, we did send a few save the date emails out there. There will be more emails coming up for reminders. It's going to be an amazing day. We're looking for sponsors. Sponsors certainly help the event as well. But we've had some committee meetings. Everything's coming along so well for these guests, for these events.
You know, and men's member guest is on July 12th. The women's on July 19th. Now, I saw the women's poster. Every year they have a wonderful theme. I haven't seen the men's poster yet, but it's more like play and eat. So,
Yeah,
but,
play and eat. That's
play
right.
and eat.
And
But,
drink.
but the women, they really doll it up. I need video from that, the women's one, because they seem to have a lot of fun on those. Well, guys, that's a lot for this week. Certainly, it's been a hot one, and look forward to playing this week as well, and things going on. So listen, till next week, till next time, play well, everybody.